talk about traditional food, Moroccan food.
Currently in Morocco, but I live in Europe.
Rafisa,
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
Actually, it's pretty easy. You just have to get used to speaking it. It's not learning it. You have to speak it also.
some other good shows, The Blacklists, Breaking Bad,
Prison Break.
definitely.
So how did you learn English exactly?
It started as a kid. You know how we used to love cartoons, but we don't actually understand what they say.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Perfect. How are you?
Okay, so what's your name?
Soufiane Momo. I'm 24. Currently in Morocco, but I live in Europe.
Europe. Okay, so Mr. What was the name?
Momo.
Mamo. Okay. What do you do for a living, Mr. Mamo?
I used to teach English online classes, like CPF. We teach French people how to speak English. I didn't continue in that because it was not actually a stable job, so I decided to look elsewhere. I don't know if I'm going to continue living in Morocco or I'm going to go back to living in the Netherlands.
All right, so very good. So how did you learn English exactly?
It started as a kid. You know how we used to love cartoons, but we don't actually understand what they say.
Yes.
So you try to memorize the words, use them in your daily life.
And mind them again?
Yeah, exactly. So after you do that, actually, it's pretty easy. You just have to get used to speaking it. It's not learning it. You have to speak it also.
I understand, right.
What I noticed is not a lot of people speak English in here. I used to, my Arabic is literally garbage, but when I find people that actually speak English, it's refreshing to see my country, home country, advancing a little bit on the language side. Most of them speak French, which is good, but international language speaking, I prefer if you speak English.
Really, yeah. So in terms of traditions, for example, food, and what do you like about Moroccan food?
Moroccan food, I love the family that make it for me because some friends, they invite me over and their family used to make those traditional foods, tagine, and such. I used to make them myself. They're not as good, man.
Okay, right. Very good. So if you would suggest something to Moroccans how to learn English, what would be that?
If you're gonna learn English, I'd hugely recommend you speak it. Try to find a group of people who think like you, and if you can have a group of guys speak the same language as you can actually try to speak it. You're not just gonna memorize it, you're actually gonna speak it. And I think that is something important if you want to learn. You have to do it.
So yes, this is it, I guess. Thank you so much
no problem,
for your
man.
contribution.
I'm gonna wish you good luck.
Okay, thank you so much. It was brilliant from your part. I appreciate it.
No
that was
problem.
kind.
So my name is Anas, as we just mentioned, and I'm 26 years old. I just got 26 years old yesterday.
Right. Okay. Happy birthday to
you. Thank you. And so I'm a cybersecurity engineer here in Morocco. So I just got my master's degree 2 years ago also.
Perfect. So you mean that's what you do? That's what you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm a cybersecurity engineer,
right.
So that's what I do for a living, yeah.
Okay, so great. So I just want to ask you, how did you learn English exactly?
I learned English through, perhaps you would ask maybe most Moroccans my age, 25, 26, 24, 23, something like that. Most of them would say throughout the internet.
Yes.
Mainly throughout, let's say, TVs, TV shows, movies, and
music.
Songs. Yeah, music is
okay, let's focus on this part.
Okay.
About music exactly. What type of music do you like? Can I guess?
Yeah.
Do you rap music?
Yeah, mostly
Eminem?
rap music. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite Eminem song?
Without Me.
Lose Yourself.
Lose Yourself, yeah.
Okay, these are some of the most influential songs of Eminem, yeah.
So it started
and best-selling songs.
Yes, so it started out so you listen to the song and you start to wonder what is he saying, okay? Because first time you're listening to the song, you're jamming to the song, but you don't really understand what the rapper is saying, okay?
Yeah.
But then you're interested, you're hooked, you would like to know what he's saying. Then you would go to the lyrics. As soon as you go to the lyrics, you start reading the lyrics with him, because you will see it the first time, see it the second time,
so
perhaps try to imitate the way he's pronouncing some sentences, some phrases.
Definitely.
and then it would just build up.
This happens with me at first.
Okay.
When I started learning English, I would pick up like a hook or something or a verse from the Eminem song. I get the lyrics from the printer or something like that, and I start to like read and at the same time listen to the song. This way, like, you're gonna grab a lot of vocabulary, a lot of grammar, like spontaneously. This happens spontaneously.
Yeah.
So this is actually the best way, and I always, So do you suggest this way to the Moroccan learners?
I mean, definitely, because that way you would be. I mean, you would be listening to the song. In fact, you would be doing the exercise that you would be learning perhaps in the British center or like the American center. So even in these centers, like these schools, the courses are like focused on 4 criteria: writing, reading,
speaking and listening.
Yeah, so when you're like, let's say you're like watching the lyrics for a song, so you're reading the lyrics, you're listening to the song, okay, and at the same time, if you start to read this out loud, that's even better. And like if you want to perhaps sing it at your own pace or like in your free time in the shower or whatever, at that point you're doing the speaking exercise.
Right. So like you're doing like multi jobs at one time. Like you're learning
learning the whole course.
The whole course at the same time. Okay,
in an enjoyable way, I would say.
Okay, this question is like it's out of like the context of learning English. So it's like your favorite TV show.
Favorite TV show? The answer might be a bit cliche, but I would go with Game of Thrones. I mean, no one can argue that it's a great TV show.
Sure.
But there are some other good shows. The Blacklists, Breaking Bad, Prison Break, definitely.
Okay,
that's an
like
OG.
the list is very fascinating.
It goes on and on and on. Yeah.
So about your favorite food?
Moroccan food?
Let's talk about traditional food, Moroccan food. Yes.
Rfisa,
Moroccan.
I mean,
okay. I appreciate you for your time. It was very exciting and fruitful.
Thank you.
Okay, and what would you like to say to Moroccans, like in the end?
Who are perhaps maybe looking to learn English?
Yes.
Can I lay out my message in Arabic, Darija?
Sure. Yes.
I mean, ما تفكرش بزاف زعما في خصني بدات نقرا يعني لا لونغ. سي فري خصك تقرا لا لونغ وخصك تقرا يعني كيفاش تستركتوري لي فراج، كيفاش يعني تعلم فريمون لا كونجوغاسيون ديال لا لونغ وغرامير ديالها وداكشي هذا كله. مي بيتيت في الاول الناس يحاولوا يركزوا غير على يعني البيزكس، حيت الصراحه حيت لونغلي فيها واحد لافونتاج كبير اللي ما غاش تلقاه بيتيت يمكن في الفرنسي وفي لغات اخرين. ما عندهمش داك ليكزيجونس كبيره على الكونجوغاسيون. الانجليزي جينيرالمون سوا سبيكينغ
phonological language
وحتى في سبيكينغ يعني whenever you're speaking مع شي واحد اللي هو امريكاني ولا انجليزي ولا شي حاجه، من ناحيه الكونجوغاسيون جينيرالمون كتخدم غير داك simple past, simple future
like
and
that.
like present tense.
Yeah, sure.
يعني ما كتدخلش داك plus que parfait, le parfait.
The other tenses like perfect tenses.
You can get by زعما تقدر تسلك راسك غير بهذا الشيء هذا في الاول. and then من بعد الناس يعني من بعد ما تعلم لي فخا، تعلم لي فيرب، تعلم كيفاش تليي لي مو، سواء من السونغز كيف قلنا، سواء من لي سيري، سواء من شي حاجه. تدخل واحد اللي بغى يكمل لي زيتود ديالو فيها ولا بغى يولي بروفيسيونيل فيها، هذيك الساعه يمشي يدير دي زيتود كثر.
شور.
وبيان سور كيبقى واحد لو فولي واحد اخر بالنسبه للناس اللي هما فوكست على الكومونيكاسيون او اللي غيخدموها جينيرالمون سوا في ايميغريشن ولا شي حاجه. يعني يحاولوا ما امكن يتفوكاليزوا على هاد لي ميثود اللي دوينا عليهم، بتاتخ سيريز وهكا. هكا كدير ليكزارسيس كله في على فوا.
لايك هاد لي ميثود اللي حنا ذكرناهم دابا هما they are very important. واخا هما they are very like you can do them at your own pace كيما قلتي. ديرهم على راحتك، تسمع الموسيقى، تسمع الاغاني، تفرج في السيريز. It's very gonna be very beneficial to the person who's interested.
Indeed.
Okay, so thank you so much. That was very exciting.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Nice to see you again.